In Norway, trolls were never just bedtime stories. For generations, people imagined them living in mountains, forests, and deep, wild places far from human safety. This is the story of Norwegian trolls, not as movie monsters, but as they were understood in folklore. Ancient supernatural beings tied to the landscape, fear of the unknown, and the stories people used to explain a dangerous world. In Norwegian folklore, trolls are supernatural beings that appear in very old traditions, including Norse mythology and later folk tales, legends, and oral storytelling across Scandinavia. They were not described as one single type of creature. Some stories imagined them as huge and powerful, almost part of the mountain itself. Others described smaller, stranger beings living away from human settlements. What mattered most was not one exact appearance, but the idea that wild nature was alive with forces humans did not fully understand. That is one reason trolls became so closely linked to Norway. The landscape itself encouraged those stories. Deep forests, sharp mountains, dark valleys, caves, cliffs, and sudden weather changes made nature feel both beautiful and threatening. In folklore, trolls were often placed exactly where danger already existed: remote mountain areas, rocky terrain, or places children and travelers were warned to avoid. In that way, troll stories were not only entertainment, they also acted as caution. Over time, trolls became one of the most recognizable beings in Norwegian folklore. Even after Christianity spread through Norway, older folk beliefs continued alongside it, and stories of supernatural beings like trolls remained part of everyday cultural memory. That is important, because it shows trolls were not just fictional characters in books. They belonged to a wider system of folk belief that people used to interpret the world around them. The image many people now have of Norwegian trolls was shaped strongly by art and illustration, especially through the work of Theodor Kittelsen. His trolls were not simple monsters. They often looked ancient, heavy, and almost fused with the landscape, as if Norway's mountains and forests had taken living form. That visual style became so influential that for many people, Kittelsen's version became the standard image of what a Norwegian troll looks like. Trolls also left a mark on Norway far beyond folklore. Their presence can still be seen in names, tourism, museums, souvenirs, and modern storytelling. Names like Trolltunga, Trollstigen, and Trollfjorden show how deeply the troll idea became attached to dramatic natural places. In modern Norway, trolls are part myth, part cultural symbol, and part national imagination, something between old fear and modern identity. So were trolls real? Not in the historical sense, but in Norway, they were real in another way. Real in folklore, real in memory, and real in the way people looked at the mountains, forests, and shadows around them. Subscribe to Hidden World for more facts.